Channel updates. Let's get to work.
Here we go.
What's up, people? MisterToolbox here. Want to take a minute to talk about the channel and my plans moving forward. It's been 8 videos and I've yet to talk about Doom arenas. That's got to change. So my plan as we move forward here is, instead of just posting concepts as I've been doing, what I want to do is kind of set up a TikTok type system in which I will first introduce a new concept, much like we've been doing so far. And then second, post a follow-on video in which we put that concept to use in a level we build together. So my hope with that is that we can build this level together from scratch, and we can see each of these concepts work not only kind of in the vacuum that we've seen so far, but in the composition of a full level. And we can build hallways, things like that, make this stuff interactive, and really get a good feel for how we use them practically. It's one thing to have the theory down, but to have practical experience putting things together in a level, I think will be more helpful. Now, I won't pretend I'm an ultra-qualified AAA level designer, but my hope here is that even if some of the examples are contrived, that we can build a complex scene with all of the concepts that we're going to present here on the channel, and that we can keep it manageable and come away with the sense that we built this together, that we learned the material not only theoretically but in a practical sense, having actually done it with our own hands. And that it's cool, it's interesting, and it gives us food for thought about what should come next, what the next video should be. So if we build a hallway that at the end has a doorway, the next video that may come to mind for a viewer or for me is, okay, let's make an interactive door. So I think it'll give us some good momentum as we go through these tutorials about things we want to present and things we want to learn about. I think it'll also present a perfect opportunity to start thinking strategically about how we build levels and how we build objects and components that we can reuse throughout the level. So, for example, our interactive doorway, we'll probably need to use that more than once. So let's build that in a way that makes it easily portable and easily duplicated so that we can put it in our second hallway. It'll get us out of the mode of thinking with one-offs and thinking about building something for one specific location, and instead thinking of where we can reuse things, not only in this project, but in other projects, and start to build sort of a portfolio, if you will, of assets that we have built, and we know that they work the way we want them to. So that's the high-level concept. I think it makes sense. I think it'll be helpful. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. I'm open for feedback. Speaking of feedback, thanks to Cal in the comments, I think I'm going to drop my main resolution down. I'm not quite sure to what yet, maybe 1080p, just so that those of you with poor internet connections or data caps can still see the videos a little bit better. I know in 4K they can get a little bit blurry if you're anything under 720 while you're viewing. I don't want to impose that tax on anybody. I want to make these videos as accessible as they can be, so I'll probably notch down the main res. I may need to make some compromises as far as what I've got on my main screen as far as panels and views go, but we'll work that out together. Last and likely least, I'll be putting out a series of shorter videos on the order of a minute or two. These won't be introducing new concepts per se, but more tips and tricks that can help make your workflow more efficient. So something as simple as pressing Z on the keyboard to focus on an object, or holding space while you're in the main viewport to see the widgets that you can grab onto for, say, invisible objects. Things like that don't really have a home, that would likely get buried in other videos. I may just call those out in separate videos. They'll be sort of knowledge bombs, maybe not knowledge bombs, but Molotov cocktails of trivia, just really brief 1 or 2 minute expositions on things that'll make your life easier as you work through your level with Lumberyard. I think it's important that those have a home. I think a lot of people, especially people writing documentation, take for granted that you know that sort of thing. And if you're coming into Lumberyard from another editor or just from never having had any experience with game dev before, they might be foreign concepts to you, and getting them in your tool belt will make a lot of difference as far as how efficient you can be building your levels. So that's all I've got. Quick recap. I'm planning to switch to a sort of tick-tock system between building a level and introducing new concepts. I'll also switch down my resolution to 1080p so that people can view these videos at lower res. And I'll be dropping Molotov cocktails of trivia when they come up in other videos, or if I learn them sort of off camera. Let me know what you think. If you agree, vehemently disagree, drop a comment, leave me some feedback, and as always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.